In this video, we're going to talk about what the cause of being overweight is. Did you know that the World Health Organization has reported that 79% of Americans are overweight? Did you also know that being overweight has more to do with an imbalance of hormones and enzymes than anything else? And overcoming this is easier than you think. In this short video, I will share the secrets of over 600 clinical studies and what 50 years of research has uncovered. And you can time me because I'm going to do it in under 4.5 minutes. Let me talk about a serious health risk called metabolic syndrome. It is so serious that it claims the lives of over 62% of all the deaths that occur each year. I'm going to repeat that again. 62% of all the deaths in the country each year is caused directly or indirectly by metabolic syndrome. And how big of an issue is this? The Center for Disease says that it's a national epidemic. In fact, over 8 out of 10 Americans fall victim to at least one of its deadly symptoms. And being overweight is at the top of that list. To prove the point, get in your car, go down to a public place, and just watch the people that are around you. And I suggest that you conduct your own survey. Look at the people, and you'll find that a majority of those people could stand to lose a few pounds. And how about you? Have you noticed the pounds just slowly creeping on, and it's harder and harder to lose those unwanted pounds that have added up? The bad news is that if you don't treat the real cause of your weight gain, your condition will only get worse. Another negative issue will pop up as well. You may be denied health insurance, for example, or at least be charged more on your coverage. And why pay more when you don't have to? You could treat your weight issue with fad diets, medications, or even surgery. But have you heard of all the negative side effects that come from these methods? The news is full of negative reports. The good news is, however, that it's completely and totally treatable and easier to resolve than you may realize. In our program, we do it with whole foods, with a scientific twist. I'm going to tell you about a scientific fact that you probably didn't know. The real cause of being overweight is something called hyperinsulinemia. Let's talk about it for just a minute. To understand how your body regulates your healthy weight, you need to focus on 3 primary organs that control the most powerful master hormones and enzymes in your body. And they're called the pancreas, the liver, and the digestive system. Clinical studies over and over again have discovered and proved that resetting of these organs is the secret to true weight gain or weight management and the loss of unwanted pounds. Not through drugs or operations or super juices. When you eat, your body breaks down food into proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and then absorbs them into the bloodstream, which will cause your blood sugar to rise. This gives your cells the ability to pull the glucose out of the bloodstream and into the cell to be burned for energy. If you have more glucose than your body needs, it'll be shuffled away for later. And we call that the storage of fat. Years of eating too much of the type of foods that can cause your pancreas to malfunction and produce hyper amounts of insulin, well, after a while, your cells start to become resistant to the effects of the commands of insulin. This condition is called hyperinsulinemia, as we talked about, and insulin resistance. When this occurs, a signal is sent to your body to store glucose as fat rather than burn it. This is the beginning stages of type 2 diabetes, and this can happen even when you reduce your calories and increase your level of exercise. Now, let's talk about the liver. In the first phase of our protocol, we treat the liver, which is more than just a filter of toxins and poisons. It's also the factory that burns your fat. If it's clogged and not burning fats properly, if not producing the right amount of enzymes, you'll be hard-pressed to burn any stored fats. Now, you can understand why people are so desperate to try any new fad diet in hopes of a cure. Even doctors are forced to treat these issues with medication or operations because they can't control your diet, so they give you a band-aid solution to lose fat. The WEO diet is more than just a weight loss protocol. It's a rebooting of your pancreas, your liver, and your digestive system. We deal with the cause of the problem rather than treating the symptoms. And I believe when you start the WEO protocol, you'll find out we say it will be your last diet.